I think we live in the best country, the most free country, and our president is the very best. And I see nothing wrong with a new law that now forbids the change of gender. And what about them raising the inscription age and making penalties harsher? I think it's perfectly okay, it fits the current situation. And actually, I think serving in the army is great for men. I advise that for men to do that. Well, at least those men will learn basic hygiene and how to wash their own socks by the age of 20, and really learn a lot about life. Really nothing wrong with serving in the army at all. And if you were a man, would you serve? I would definitely go if they would take me. Go where? I'd go and serve in the army if they enlisted women. How do you like living in Moscow now? Does it feel free or not? Do you feel any pressure or restrictions? Repressive what? Well, repressive laws and things. Well, give me an example. Well, people can get punished and do get punished for having their own opinion. Who gets punished for their opinion? Well, there are many examples. Well, Ilya Yashin, for example, he got 8 years for live streaming something on YouTube. And he got 8 years just for that, not for anything else. Yeah, just for those few words that he said on YouTube. Then why Strelkov Girkin, for instance, has been offensive towards Putin for the longest time, and only now is he in jail? As you said, he's now in jail. Excuse me, but in what other countries do people get away with being offensive like that? Like, are you trying to say that if somebody is offensive to Macron, they're not jailed? What repressions are you talking about? Look at this. People are walking on the streets, enjoying themselves. It's all beautiful. That's how you feel. That's how you think. I don't think. I know. I live here. It's all beautiful for people. People live great lives, except for those who get fixated on silly things. Okay, I will give another example. Alexei Navalny. What's happening with him? Okay, so this personality you're talking about, what has he been up to his whole life? All right, well, maybe last 15 years. You're trying to say he hasn't done anything he shouldn't be punished for? Okay, let's just say if he lived in any other country with his views, his opinions, you're trying to say he wouldn't be jailed there? He was just involved in political activities. What political activity? Okay, let's just put it this way. He's been screaming about the change of power for how many years? And he's been the head of his organization for how many years? Has anyone come to change him in his position? We're just discussing do we live in the most democratic country? If you go to the posh Moscow areas, you'd find many people like me. Democratic country? Here? Here? No, I don't think so. If they were really democratic, they wouldn't be doing things they're doing towards immigrants, like attacks on mosques and things like that. Democracies are where people feel free, like in Germany or in the United States. You have to call things for what they really are. You can't just, for fake patriotism, say this is the most free country and things like that. I am from Tajikistan. I'm a doctor, and I disagree with the fact that this is the most free country. Yes, maybe this place is better than some other places, but we are far, far from Japan or Europe or the United States. We're not anywhere even near that. I am happy living here. The first real person in power, finally. The first real one. Who? Who do you mean? Well, guess who I mean. You mean Vladimir Putin? Of course. Many new laws have been passed recently. What do you think is going on? Why are they passing those laws? It's hard to tell. It's all politics. I try not to get involved in politics because, you know, there are things there, lots of various things. As to why they're doing it, well, the government has its reasons. Why are you not interested in politics when those particular laws really can affect you? Yeah, I'm not interested in politics. It's just not interested. There's a lot of, you know, stuff there that it's just not interesting. Will you run, try to escape, or will you just join the army? Well, it depends where we can run to or run from. Run to the special operation, of course. Where else? To go to the special operation. Well, I don't know. I really can't decide now. I think I will decide when that happens. Then I will make a decision. No point in really thinking about it or guessing what I'll do now. There is really no point. But you know, if it happens, yeah, you know, you gotta go. You gotta go to that special operation. You know, you grab your machine gun and you go. So yeah, you either go in that direction or you try to escape. Yeah. It's like you escape the sinking ship, or you stay and defend it. Yeah, what's happening now is repressive methods. Repressive methods, how do you mean? Well, they are introducing repressive laws so that people have less freedom. And are you in favor of that? Of course not. How can I be in favor of that? Why do you think they're using repressive methods? Well, it's a bit dangerous to talk about it, but I think it's in order for them to keep power and to avoid any consequences. What do you think is going on with repressions and things? Keep going, you guys. Well, there's a war going on, so, it's natural what's happening with repressions. You think it's normal? Yeah, under the circumstances, it's normal. It's what it is. What am I gonna do? Well, I have family here, all my relatives, and what do you mean what I'm going to do? Of course, I'm gonna defend them. And what about you? Well, I'm definitely not going to the war. Definitely not. So if they come for you, you will just try to escape? I doubt they will come for me because I'm a citizen of another country. But if they do show up, well, then I'll be deciding then. If the country is trying to conquer a sovereign country, it's really screwed up. If your people are killing people of the neighboring country, it's screwed up. So they were going to start conscripting from 21 as opposed to 18, but up to the age of 30. And then they said that because the young people demanded that the age stays 18, then they decided to leave the age at 18. So from 18 to 30 now. And I think this statement that the young people wanted that is just so silly, nobody would believe that. And the words of the president with regards to that are just inappropriate. So now with all the new laws, what are you deciding to do? To leave and escape or stay? No, I'm going to stay, but I do have a plan of how I'm going to run away from police patrols if I see them. I've seen many of them, and they don't seem very fit to me. I don't think they're in a very good shape. I think I'll outrun them on a 100-meter or 200-meter distance. So you're actually going to physically just run away from them? Yes, I think it's a very good method. And if they try to enlist me, give me the paperwork at work, then I'll take the paperwork, but I'm not going to do anything about it. Also, I can make a deal with my employers and just be paid cash for my work. And so the penalties, they just won't affect me. In general, people try to adapt to the situation. You see, it's not about, I'm going to fight against it. It's about how I will try to fit myself and fit my situation around it and get out of this situation for myself. People are like me. People like to, adapt to the situation. And, we see the people, and maybe eventually it will come to them rebelling, finally. But honestly, I don't think so. Some huge tragedy, I think, has to happen for that. Maybe by next spring, something will accumulate, something will happen. Like many people will die, and that will trigger something, or the Ukrainians will take back another city or something like that. Also, maybe mobilization, a new wave of mobilization will play its role. Maybe it will enrage people, people will become infuriated, and then maybe something can be done after that. I don't know, maybe.